Gene Petefish, and I served aboard Orlek from 1965 in December to May 30th of 1970. I was a sonar technician, and this spot right here on the quarterdeck was where I stood my first petty officer of the watch, and it was a mid-watch in Hong Kong. And on that watch, I watched one of the Liberty boats come alongside the accommodation ladder and break the bottom of it into 100 pieces. In 1967, the door to sonar equipment room was out here, and the bulkhead used to be about right here, and it was added on to accommodate more equipment for the new upgraded sonar. And that happened in 1967 at the Mare Island shipyard in Vallejo. And this was my space from 1965, 66 to 1970. And the sonar took about 3 or 4 minutes to start up, turn it on, wait for the generators to make power for the transmitters, and then we're off and going. And you select the range scale, or keep it from transmitting, you just push the button or whatever, and this is where the sonar was operated from. On the underwater telephone, when we had to do a communications drill that required Morse code, since none of the sonarmen knew it, even though we were supposed to, we'd always get a radioman to come up and do our Morse code drill for us. Forward, the largest one is the head throttle, and the stern throttle is the smaller one. And this is the forward switchboard that provides power to the whole ship. There's another one aft, and they actually cross-connect and feed power to the whole ship. We'd stop here at the bread locker, and if the baker forgot to lock it up, we'd grab a loaf of bread, stop at the wardroom pantry and get a pound of butter and zip up the ladder to sonar and have nice warm bread with butter on it. This is the WA berthing compartment, and when we replenished at sea, we always made sure that it was sonar technicians, torpedo men, or ASROC gunner's mates that were passing the stores down this ladder right here, down to the reefers. And at the end of the replenishment, we always had a 2-gallon carton of ice cream that got chucked into the sonar equipment room, or hot dogs that got cooked with multimeter probes. Always had ice cream though. This was a launcher captain control station, and when handling weapons, this was my place to be as a check sheet reader, because everything that had to be done with handling the weapons had to be done by check sheet and observed from in here, and there had to be 2 of us in here at all times. So this is the T-Mark 6 winch and noisemakers, and they would be streamed behind the ship when we were anticipating an acoustic homing torpedo. They would make more noise than the ship and hopefully draw the torpedo to it. I ordered cable for this one time, and the supply center didn't have any, and they sent me what they did have though. It was like 3 feet, and it can't be spliced.